Hey, Stoner Prairie, we are so excited to introduce you to our 4th annual Read Your Heart Out celebration. And we've got Ms. Davis joining us to talk some more about the event.
I am so excited for Read Your Heart Out 2022. We have a lot of fun planned for today. We are excited to showcase some of the amazing musical and artistic talents of our students and welcome all of our readers.
That's right. Today is a celebration of African American and Black Family Involvement Day, and we're celebrating by inviting our Black families, staff, community members, and middle and high school students to read some books by celebrated Black authors.
We're keeping this mostly on Zoom again this year, but we're not letting that stop us from having fun.
Thank you so much to all of the students and staff that worked hard to get ready for this event. And thank you, readers. We definitely couldn't do this without you. Your voices are so important to our Stoner Prairie community.
Now we'll turn it over to Ms. Michelle Bell-Navis, the founder of Read Your Heart Out.
This is the day we celebrate. Read your heart out. This is the day we celebrate. Read your heart out. This is the day we will read great books written by African Americans. This is the day today. Every day, say it with me, today. Every day, today. Every day. Yes, I can hear you. My name is Michelle Bell-Navis, and welcome to Read Your Heart Out. I am the mother of Read Your Heart Out. Read Your Heart Out has grown for 18 years, from infancy to teenage to adulthood, and you are celebrating the 18th birthday. Welcome to the party of Read Your Heart Out.
Thanks, Ms. Bell-Navis. Now, for some of our student performances, Ms. Schäferbein has an interview with someone very special to introduce one of the songs.
All right. Hello, students and staff of Stoner Prairie. I wanted to introduce you to a friend of mine. This is Leotha Stanley, and he is a local composer. And remember, composers are the people who write music. And he got to write the song that my 2nd and 3rd graders are going to be performing for us in a little bit. And I wanted to ask him some questions about this song and have you get to know a composer a little bit. So, Mr. Stanley, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, glad to be here. And thanks for asking me to be on.
Absolutely. We're so glad that you were willing to do this. Well, my first question for you is, what inspired you to write the song Ready, Set, Read?
Well, back in the 90s, long time ago, there was a Wisconsin public television show called Ready, Set, Read, and they asked me to do a song for that, and I did. And so I wanted to make it relevant to what they were trying to convey in their TV show.
Awesome. I didn't know that. That's really cool that you got to do that. And how do you use literacy or reading as a composer?
Sometimes when I'm writing a song, I try to read different things or even visualize certain things in my head. But if there's a word or a thing, I would read. I would read even in a newspaper article. It might be someplace I needed a word to rhyme with another word that I want in the song. So I have to go and read some of the rhyme dictionaries. And there's another big word, thesaurus. I have to read some of those so I can get the meaning. So that if I do put a word in, I want that word to mean what I'm trying to tell the people when I write a song. So I do a lot of reading. And after I finish the song, I read it back and I want it to make sense so that when someone sings it, I want it to make sense to them as well.
Sure. So you have a whole process that you go through as you're writing a piece.
I do, but not all the time.
Okay.
Not all the time.
So,
But
but I would say that when you do use that process, I mean, that's similar probably to the writing process that a lot of the students in their classrooms use as they kind of write a rough draft and then they go back and edit it.
exactly.
And you're doing that same thing as a composer.
I do. I recently wrote a song and I write on my envelope or
Yep.
I'll write on a small piece of paper, even napkins. I've written on napkins. And then I get home and I kind of piece.
So when you have an idea, you don't want to lose it. So you'll like write it
Right.
down on whatever you have, and then you'll bring it back to your studio or your office, and you'll work through that idea to keep creating your song.
I remember I was on an airplane and I was looking down and I saw mountains, I saw trees, and everything looked small. And then I thought about this song about over the treetops, over the mountains. I'll do my best till I die. I can't be timid. The sky's the limit. I'm going to spread my wings and fly. And that's where that song came from. But I wrote
that's
it down.
amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. So students, when you get an idea about something you want to write about or you want to write a song, write it down so you don't forget what it is. And you'll just be like the legit composers out there. That's really cool. Well, why else is reading important to you?
Always open a book and read it because there's so much information inside of that book. A reading can help you be a better talker. Reading can help you visualize. And reading just can help you get somewhere in life, because if you want to travel, you'll just pick up something and read it where you want to go. If you're going to go to school, you want to look at the college that you want to go to, you want to read about it before you go there. So words are important. I love words. I love a word of the day. You know, when the basketball player was at UW, Nigel Hayes.
Nigel Hayes, yeah, I love that.
And he came up with this word thing as well. And he said, onomatopoeia, is that? And that became a big theme because he never heard that word before.
Right.
And so don't let words be a mystery to you by the time you get in college and you say, oh, what's that word? I'm still finding out what words are because I didn't learn them when I was younger. And so that's why a book is very important, because it'll help you to understand words. I was also a paramedic for the Madison Fire Department. So I had to read about medical terminology, and that's a whole nother language.
Mm.
As a musician, there's a lot of words that I use. That's a whole nother language. And so it took a while for me to grasp all of the words that I am using today. But it helps you in conversation when you're out with somebody at my age and you go to a banquet or you go to a meeting someplace and they start talking about something. And then I can intelligently talk about it because I've read about it someplace, or I performed it someplace, or I traveled someplace. And so reading just helps you in life, no matter what.
Sure. Well, that leads right into my next question and last question is, what words of advice would you give to our students at Stoner Prairie as they continue on their reading journey?
Never stop reading. It is a journey,
Mm-hmm.
and a journey continues. Try to pile up the books that you read and become part of a book club. Look at I don't know, Oprah Winfrey used to have a book of the month or something like that. Join a book club. I used to go to the Copper Top, and the owner's daughter, while she was growing up, she'd be in the corner booth with her head in a book.
Mm-hmm.
She's a lawyer today.
Awesome.
You know, that's how many years I've been going to that place. And she's an outstanding lawyer downtown here in Madison. So read, ready, set, read. Read a book is a smart way to learn. Read a book is the best way, and you can get a lot of information from the pages you turn.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. And students, you'll get to hear those exact words are part of the chorus for the song that the second and third graders are going to perform for us. Well, thank you, Mr. Stanley, for joining us. And students, I hope you had a great time getting to know Leotha Stanley, one of our local composers.
Yeah.
Read a book, it's a smart way to Hi, Stoner Prairie. I'm Ryho.
And I'm Maya.
And we're here to tell you a little bit about the 4th and 5th grade performance for this year's Read Your Heart Out celebration.
This year, we are performing a song that is often known as the Black National Anthem.
Lift Every Voice and Sing is a hymn that was written in 1900s by James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosman Johnson.
Years later, it was dubbed the Black National Anthem by the NAACP.
Maybe even saw Lift Every Voice and Sing performed by the gospel duo Mary Mary before Super Bowl 56 this year.
Well, here you have our performance, Stoner Prairie. Please enjoy.
Lift Every Voice and Sing.
We are so grateful to Miss Michelle Bell-Navis and Mr. Leotha Stanley and everyone who is participating today. Have a wonderful Read Your Heart Out today, Stoner Prairie. Enjoy the stories.